On my table. So take a drink on your tables, if you like. Okay, I already spoke
a little bit of Prosecco with Wasser and some tropical flavors.
Okay, I already spoke to everyone a little bit, so I got a little bit overview of who you are and why you are here today. The agenda is completely flexible. So the idea was to check the sentiment of all of you. I already started. And show you how to do it. So I will show you a little bit inspiration today, how I'm doing it, and my tool which I'm only using, or which I mainly use, is Cursor. I saw some people already installing it. But there were, yes?
Is this bright enough? Because we can do this brighter.
Oh yeah, I think I would like to make it a bit brighter.
Yeah. I think that makes it easier for everyone. Yeah, okay. So, I show Cursor because I decided for myself, Cursor. Make your decision according to either asking ChatGPT, which tool is your tool of choice for your task you want to do, or what feels comfortable. Because at the end it is not the right tool, and without it you cannot succeed. It is this one tool, understanding it better and better and better, and just using it. And then maybe in a year switching to another tool. But that's my recommendation directly. Stay to a tool, stick to the tool, don't switch it every 2 days. Otherwise, how do you make progress properly? I heard about a few projects already, and I also got already an understanding Solana blockchain. We are working on the blockchain. How does it work? We don't go so deep there actually, because at the end, you can find that out by yourself. Today it is about how to start in general. A lot of you already started, and what is possible. So like giving a little bit inspiration. That is the goal. And then you anyway have the free working time, where you get support either by each other or by us walking around. Already noticed that you can actually help each other quite well, because he already built an app in Lovable, which you can check, and he's already, in the past Lovable, and now with the Google AI Studio. Very interesting when you go into that, talk to him. He is doing a lot in the command line interface. Command line interface is a lot of IT guy development. Some people love it, others are a little bit more into graphical user interfaces. He also is in the command line interface section, so the two front row people. He is a lot in graphics design. So when you are more about how you make UIX, and I will show something about UIX design also. Let's go to him. That's just as a little intro, help each other as soon as we are done here. And ask any question you have. Don't wait, this is not an official presentation to the end. Just ask when you have any question and we talk about it. So, that's Cursor. Let's start like that. Cursor is Microsoft Visual Studio Code, a little bit on steroids. Optimized, because Microsoft Visual Studio Code is an open source project, so everyone can use it and change it. And so these Cursor guys, which have now a multi-billion-dollar company, they used it and put some AI in it. But there are also many other tools out there. Make a selection, go for it. It's much more, they are all very similar at the end of the day. And here you can currently see the MCP tools. Model Language Protocol tools. It's tools for the AI to do some more stuff for you. And this is already, just so that you know it, there are MCP tools,
And they are quite cool to give your AI more power, help you better. Just Google it and you will find thousands of them. And for example, this is what is enough for now, and you can ignore it also at the beginning. So I would have not started talking about it if the window would not have been open. Let's say it like that. Okay, I just start with a new cursor file, or with a new cursor window, and we just make a new project. New profile, no different. So normally what I do is I generate my project on Git, and then I open it on Cursor. We just start here with the empty folder, new folder, test, open project, Git, test. And this is now completely empty. So as a difference to Lovable, you just go to the website and you tell Lovable what you want to do, and Lovable does it for you, and you don't need to worry about, I think, any details in the code, if you don't want. So it's a really easy graphical building interface. In Cursor, this is much closer to an IT developer, how he works. So it's a bit more like, look, you are an IT person, you want to develop some code, I can help you doing it better. That doesn't mean that non-IT people cannot use it. I would highly recommend, because it abstracts a lot away of the complexity. So that's why Cursor looks like that. It's built for IT people in general, and is now with AI on steroids. Okay, we just start with an empty file, or we don't even need to start with an empty file. I heard from him a very nice example for the hackathon, for the Solana hackathon. His idea was of building a file certificate system. That means you take a document, like from your university, and you assess or you store a hash of this document on the blockchain. Which means, okay, this document has this hash, and then when you send your document to someone else, like your university degree, he can also build a hash and double check if this is still the same document, or if someone maybe changed a name of it, or if someone maybe artificially manipulated this document so that it's not anymore the same information inside of it. Well, actually, that's a really nice way of starting, because we could build now a website for it. We could build something on the blockchain. We could store a hash on a Solana program, smart contract, and we could double check. So this is actually a really nice hackathon project. And how I always start is, I let Cursor do a product requirement document, PRD. How did I find out that Cursor likes such a document? I asked him a long time ago. I was like, hey Cursor, I start now with a new project. What do you need from me so that you can do that project very well? I already know he needs a product requirement document. We do that with Cursor, of course, and this is how I really would highly recommend everyone to start working on a project. Write down everything with AI, of course. I mean, we are not stupid, we don't do that by ourselves. But write it down. This document normally takes me 2/3 of the time. 50% when it's a very big project, 66 to 70% for a small project. For what we are doing now, I think it will take us 50% of the time to only write this stupid document, because we will read it, we will check it with other AIs, and when this document feels good, Cursor can really do it very, very fast according to the document. So we start now. And of course that takes now maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds. I want to build a website for uploading a document which will be hashed and
because then the hash will be different. Write PRD in the current project. Okay, yeah, that's enough. So now the AI, and really, please don't look at grammar and language and bullshit. I mean, the AI is smart enough. You don't need to correct everything that is correct. I find it so funny on boomers when they start correcting their spelling mistakes. Okay, he already starts with the PRD. This document has many details inside of it. So it has details, what is the use case? Who is the user? What is the functionality? What is the interface? What do we want to do with it? And I also enjoy when it's a serious project of you, where you really already know something or you brainstorm, just also use ChatGPT to put this document in there and ask him for details. And use Google AI or whatever, or sometimes I use Perplexity, which is another AI system, to make a market research first. And then I put this market research back into Cursor. I will show you what I say right now, just as a little background. Okay, here it is. So now we take a look at this document. Product requirement document. So, what did he do here? And we just, I mean, I'm really too lazy to read the details. We just checked if it is more or less fine. A web-based verification system uses cryptographic hashing, Solana blockchain to verify document integrity. The system allows users to upload documents. Okay, I don't need to read for you. Document like the university, professional solution, a blockchain, product goals, integrity verification, immutable records, user-friendly interface, fast and success. Okay, no one cares about that. Users, no one needs that. As a user, I want to search a document, hash by them. This is so many details, really, I really don't care about it. 1 second. These are too many details. Project for demo to show people how to use Cursor and how to build something with the Solana. I want to run a local node and just have something cool to show and demonstrate how to code. Now there comes a new feature of Cursor which I really enjoy a lot, but there are many other AI tools which are doing exactly the same. At the beginning, when you start write coding, you use maybe ChatGPT, and then you get some code, and then you execute it. And then you get an error, and you go to ChatGPT, and you get a new code, and you execute it. This is totally normal to start. The nice thing on Cursor is, when you do anything on any code file, he will show you what he changed compared to previous. So you don't need to copy-paste the whole code every time. Cursor just shows you, okay, I would delete now all the red stuff and make the green stuff instead. And of course, because I made now a huge change from detailed project to just showing you how to write code, he changed now a lot. I will just keep everything. I will agree to everything. And now let me take again a look. A simple web app. Local Solana node is important because I really don't want to do now something with the blockchain in the testnet, and then I need testnet token and such a bullshit. I just want to run a local Solana node on my computer and let Cursor interact with this local Solana node, make a smart contract there and verify. And I think you need a little bit a picture what we are trying to do, because I talk about something and maybe it's not clear for you. So therefore, one moment. and we are still doing nothing on the code. So this is really like, when you want to cut a tree, you should sharpen your tool for 80% of the time, and for 20% of the time you should use this tool to cut the tree. And this is like, so it's just so logic to work on this document intensively until you really feel, oh, now I'm not wasting my time with wrong directions, because Cursor is like a junior developer. He's very motivated. He will directly start doing something for you, very motivated, and it's total bullshit what he does. So that's why we try to tell this junior with our product requirement document what we really want to do, and then we can force him to do exactly that his over-motivation is not running in the wrong direction with 70 code files and some bullshit. We just want to make sure that we are efficient. So now we added some mermaid charts. Mermaid charts are nice visual representations in this document. Just remember it. So where is one of them? Here. So I go again in the browser. Because I want to show you a little bit to make it clear that we are all understanding what we are trying to build a little bit on a high level, because Cursor can do the detailed bullshit, but we should at least understand a little bit if this is the right direction right now. The Solana program structure. Solana programs are programmed in Anchor protocol. You don't need to know that. I'm pretty sure it's explained in this document, because I never said which program language we should use. I don't care. So okay, there is a document hash program ID, and there is an instruction register hash. Whatever that is, I don't care. It derives to accounts on chain. Then there is another account, and there is many accounts. So whatever that means, we can ask Cursor in a second. What do these accounts mean? Device creates updates, device creates updates, device. Okay. Each PDA, I think is programmable device address, and hash value ensuring one account per unique hash. Sounds not completely wrong. Then we have the system architecture. We have a web interface. This is our user interface, where you can upload files and you can display results. We have an API, which connects to the blockchain. And then we have create transactions, query hash. Yeah, okay. Sounds logic all in all. UI mockup, upload document, demo flow. I start the Solana validator, I start the Next.js app. Okay, cool. I upload a document, I connect a wallet. Oh no, I really don't want to connect a wallet. Do I want to connect a wallet? Yeah, okay, we can do that. Because I only think, is this too complicated or not? Nah, it's not too complicated. We can do that. We store that. Do I want to do that for the demo? I think I don't want to connect the wallet for the demo, because then I need to change in the wallet settings that it connects to my local node, and this is a little bit a shit show. For what we are doing now, I will tell Cursor to maybe do it without a wallet connection and simulate that. But this is what I mean. We are doing this document in order to find out, is it the right direction where we are going to before we start coding? Just to make this, to stress this a little bit what we. So okay, here, how does the document registration? We upload a document, we generate something, the hash is displayed, then we say we store the hash, then we create a transaction, we send the transaction, and da. Okay, that looks cool. That looks really good. Okay, that's enough.
I have a question.
Of course. Oh, thank you. Go for it.
So before Cursor existed, how long and how many people would it have taken to create what you just showed everyone? Like if they were doing it manually.
Yeah, well, normally you have different responsibilities for different people, so front-end people, back-end people, blockchain people, so maybe 3 or 1 CTO, which is very, very qualified, so he has a really huge salary, this guy. He would, I think, work on this document with the support of the other people. 1 day? Yeah, I think, because you need to sync with the people. 1 person day for sure. Let's say 3 people, 3 hours each, then you have 9 hours. And then you have cost normally €100 per hour, so maybe €1,000 to make such a document. I would say that's reasonable. And the cool thing is, we don't need 3 people and all that. We are sitting behind the engine. We only need to tell the engine how it should use itself, if that makes sense what I said now. But good question, yeah.
Yeah, good quote. That.
Sorry. Okay, so now I'm really not sure if I want to do the wallet connector or not. I think it's not so much trouble to do it, and we started much later. And we still have a little bit time left. I will ask Cursor if it's smart to do that or not. No, I decide. But I ask because maybe you aren't sure. Cursor always agrees. Every AI always agrees. So if I ask him now, is it a good idea to do that? I think it's not a good idea. He will say, you are very smart to say that because it's really not a good idea. If I say we should definitely do that, it's a good idea, you are really smart to say that it's a good idea. So just ask neutral, because he will always answer in your favor. So what did he say now? For live demo, skip the wallet connector, use simple key pair approach instead, updating the, okay, cool. So, simple key pair approach. Does that mean he simulates it? Just for the sake of doing something, I'm more or less already happy. So we can again look what Cursor changes now. So he changes the Solana wallet adapter to the Solana no wallet adapter needed. That's actually the section where I first time was like, wait a second. So he, and then I can say, yes, exactly this part I want to keep. So keeping it. All the rest I want to double check. Okay, let us double check the rest. Why no wallet adapter? 0 setup, clear. Implementation steps. Step 1, local Solana node, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's very good, he can start. I, again, learned with the time how to use Cursor. Whatever tool you use, you will learn with the time how to use it, just don't give up. I noticed here a very important step, which I show you now. And the way you can see it. Use the Cursor to-do list to structure all the tasks which have to be done to implement it. Don't start, show me the to-do list and then I decide. Especially say Cursor to-do list when you use Cursor. This is a very, very powerful tool inside of Cursor, because Cursor and every AI out there forgets when the context is too much, when the knowledge is too much. That's why we have this product requirement document, because this is a document where Cursor always remembers what he's actually doing. So it's like his red line of context information. And that's why I told him, and of course he does. No, he doesn't. That's why I also told him, please use the Cursor to-do list, because now he made 43 to-dos. Install Solana CLI, start local Solana validator, and test validator, verify local, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there are many to-dos actually. Normally these are like 10 to-dos or something like that. Create project folder structure, create it. Looks good. Yeah, we let him start. Now he has 43 to-dos where he does one to-do after another from the product requirement document. So he runs some local commands, he does some creating Next.js app with TypeScript and whatever. And because he has now these to-do items, he doesn't stop in the middle, because this is something what typically always happens when he runs out of the context window, like a junior. He goes the easy path of, I think it still doesn't work, but I'm already very good, so let's just stop working, it's lunchtime. But when he has these to-do items, he gets pulled always back to the working desk to continue with the next task, and he cannot say, sorry, I forgot, because well, there is a to-do list, we cannot forget. This is why I highly, when you use Cursor or any other coding tool, check if it has such a to-do function integrated. It's really cool. Okay, yeah, now he does some stuff. I think really this 43 to-dos are too much. Wait a second. Also a cool thing why I like Cursor. Here I told him to use the to-do list, then he made the to-do list, and then I said start. When you click back, it will revert in a second when I send this prompt. So okay, these are too many to-dos, can you make it in 10 to 15? It reverts back everything he did until the prompt. So this folder still exists, but did we generate this folder before? This is strange now. Maybe because I'm not in the Git repository. Normally when I do what I did right now, he reverts everything back to the previous state and deletes every file and changes every file backwards what he did. I wonder a little bit why this still exists. Maybe either it contains emphasized data, it got generated before, but I don't think so. That's a bit confusing. Setup install Next.js, create, yeah, okay, that sounds better, testing. And now again, because I use Cursor, because I decided this is my tool of choice, they have an integrated browser. So that's actually really powerful because he can open the browser and click around by himself in the web interface. I let him start now, but I also tell him to make him clear, please use your browser feature. And I will delete this folder here because he really should start again properly. Move to trash. You only need to say with add browser that he should use the browser. And then you will see how he opens the Chrome browser as soon as he has a running Node.js or something. And now he notices that something is missing because I deleted this folder document verifier from before. He makes a new folder. I think he really did it maybe in the past. While Cursor is working, I just want to find out, did he maybe created this folder? Let's see. Status. He wrote a little bit here to do. No, only product requirement. I never executed the. Okay. Maybe because no Git. Okay. You see how he generates now one file after another, and you can see which files are here, and we can. Oh yeah.
What is the app browser exactly?
The add browser is only a Cursor tool to use the browser, the computer browser, the web browser. We will see that in a second, because now he needs to generate all the code which we need to run the local Solana node, as well as making the web interface for us. And as soon as he finished the web interface and is running it, then he will open the Chrome browser and looks at the running web interface. We will see that soon. Good question. So, because currently he's still working on the hashing function. Now he goes to the next to-do list item. This is what I mean. So the nice thing with these to-do list items is that he's always been pulled back to continue working where we want to go to, or finishing everything. Especially at bigger changes on source code, it's very nice to make sure what do you want to do now before he starts running away and does something for you. And everything I'm showing you is not needed for Lovable. So this is very important. We are talking about how to do the job of a programmer without so much programming knowledge. This is what I show you right now. If you go to Lovable, it's more like, how can I have the most easy way to a web interface, to a website, to a product demo, That's totally fine. Go to Lovable to make your product demo, but then you have the trouble of a really beautiful front end, and you can change very, very little to nothing in the back end, like blockchain connection, I think nearly impossible. Cursor, a little bit more shitty to get started, because you have code and files and all that crap. But therefore, you can really work on the back end, you can work with the blockchain, and you can do, now he opens the browser, okay. Now he wants to click for sure. Navigating, he has the, now he knows how it looks like, because he could make a screenshot, and the good thing, he also sees the error messages of the browser, so the inspect for the experts. So I don't need to copy paste all the time the stupid error messages. What did he do? The app is ready for your demo, all code is in place, and the UI is functional. You just need to start the Solana validator to test the full blockchain integration. If you can do that for me, why should I do that? Here you can also see, I just clicked now on the terminal at the bottom. Here you can already see the running website server, which we are currently opening in the Chrome browser. And now Cursor is installing for me the Solana in the project, so that we can run the local Solana code in the and deploy our program there to interact with it. Of course, we need to. He also installed a debugging tool, I think. Root static root info preferences. I think we are currently in dev mode. Okay. Opt home to Solana test validator. Waiting a few seconds. Okay, now he starts this. And the good thing, if there is any. No, we don't test it now. If there's any error messages now, the validator is running. And if there is an error at the upload or something like that, Cursor can read all the error messages from the browser, like I said before already. So he can do this. I don't need to copy paste all the time. This is actually what I want to say. Ready for testing. The validator will keep running as a background. When you are done testing, okay, let's select the file. I think I need to refresh it. Drag and drop the file here, or click the browse button. The browse button doesn't work. So I want that Cursor tries by himself to click this browse button so that he can find out by himself if the button works or not. Click file upload, checking the file upload component. Triggering the file input. Not sure if you can even do that, so let's see. The file input click works via JavaScript, but the label click might be blocked, updating the component to ensure the clicking is clickable. Check for listing errors, okay. Check for upload. Fixed. Are you sure you fixed something? I don't know. I don't think that you fixed it. Could be all. No, that would be strange. Test something. Let's go to the normal browser. Okay. Shitty. Maybe Google blocks this functionality because it's in the Google browser, so they don't like to have. Okay, so maybe this is actually good that this happens now. So it somehow didn't work in the browser with Cursor controls for me. That have no multiple reasons. I will just kill this browser and tell Cursor to do it again. And now he will start again Google Chrome, navigate to the website. If you click the upload area, I don't think so. Yeah, so this upload doesn't work in the remote control browser by cursor. Interesting. So makes a little bit sense because maybe Google decided when something is remote controlled, we don't want to give any option to upload files to it from a computer. At least this would make a little bit sense because it works here. Let's double check. Yeah, it works here. We just select the file, this one pager. There is a hash. The hash looks shitty like that. I mean, no one can read that. I make a picture. Copy. I give cursor the picture to change the font. And I will try to store it on Solana. Transaction recent block hash is required. I will also give him this error message. This is now annoying that it doesn't work in the Chrome browser to upload the file, but I already think I have an idea how we... okay, he already changed the font. This is nice. I will just give him this file now in the project. And now I will tell him to use this file as a demo file button or something. What I noticed now I cannot upload this file in the Google Chrome, which is controlled by the AI. So I told him now, please use this standard demo file in order so that I don't have to select the file. And then cursor can click the buttons and can find out by himself if there is an error message and fix it for me. So yeah, he does that now for a second. Then we should see also how the interface automatically changes to a default demo file. Okay, this is normal during development, that means nothing. That this build error appears because we are working on the code live in the background. So let's see what he does. That already feels like a lot of changes for something fairly simple which I asked him. And if something like that happens, most of the time he does some bullshit. So let's see in which direction it goes now. Fixing display structure, success message appears correctly. Okay, now he gives me a use default file and store or upload. Does now the upload? No. Okay, the good thing is I don't need to use the default file because I can tell him to click it. Use default, very nice, the hash is there and now there is an error. This is what I wanted to have because now cursor can fix the crap for me. Okay, now we can look what he does. So the good thing is the hash is generated correctly. Only as information, a hash is just like a calculation of the document. If you change anything on this document, be it a number in it, be it any detail, the hash will be different. So a hash is just like a cool thing to ensure this is like it is intended. This is exactly how I gave it you. You did not change something on it. Okay, so now cursor, what are you doing? Adding the hash something. Did he already tested it for me? Did he press the button? Okay. Now he pressed the button. Now the hash is stored successfully. Nice. And now he should also verify the document. Let's see. Waited 5 seconds, he captured. Now he goes to the verify. And now he should learn that, well, for verify, again, I need to upload this document. So he needs account address from stored hash. He inserted that now for me. Now he verifies the document. Ah, yeah, it is the same. And the authentication matches. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Okay, yeah. This is good enough for a hackathon. This could be submitted now. Of course, you need to make sure that Cursor didn't do some bullshit in the background, and you want to understand, and you will work for days on this, and you make the wallet connector so that you can sign the messages and all that stuff. But this is just like a roadmap where to go. No questions? Something? Oh, oops. There's you first.
Does someone else have a question? I was just going to ask if you could put in a different document and see what it does when it's not the one.
That's it. Oh, there we see really now you learn the most important lesson. Talk to other people. Okay, we will go to the without cursor controlled, and I will upload now this document. Store the hash. The account address I need to copy. Now I make the verify. I need to enter the account address. I select a different document. Verify. Okay, good question. Document has matches. This is bullshit, of course. Or is it? Wait a second. Do I maybe have 2 times the same? Humanity and Kaya. No, that makes no sense at all. Very nice one. Let's tell that to Cursor. Let's double check. Humanity protocol. Yeah, definitely a different one. And that happens quite often, to be honest. That the cursor does something, tells you, oh yeah, I did that for you, and well, he's too optimistic, let's say it in a positive way. He's really like a junior. When you have a young, 12-year-old, fully motivated person, wants to do everything, knows how to rule the world, this is Cursor. And he comes back completely proud and self-confident, and nothing works. Let's see.
Glad to see some human traits that are carrying over.
It's so funny, yeah. Hash stored successfully. And now he should go to the verification page. I wonder how he wants to test different documents. Okay, let's see, I tested. We will verify again a different document, humanity. We will use the same account. Okay, now he has an error. Now I will select the original. Kaya. This stays the same, the account as possible. No, I made a mistake. I think it was the humanity. I go back. Back to upload. I will select the Kaya. I will store it on Solana. I will copy this. I go to the verification. Select the Kaya. Verify. Now he says both are not correct. And this is now actually a really cool example, because this is now where time will pass. So this is now really to find out where is the root cause of that, a little bit, like Cursor does most of the work. But this would be now like ping pong for several minutes or maybe an hour, and then finally it works good. That was definitely the wrong direction in which he fixed it, because he says now always wrong, even if the document is the same. And definitely when I would be at home, I would try to fix the Chrome upload so that we can use the same window which Cursor can control, and then he has also all the error messages from the inspect section. I would try to fix that first, to upload documents here, and then I would continue vibe coding on the project. But for the sake of not making too many circles, that's exactly the tricky part now, getting it to work in detail. That for now. And now a little bit, 5 more minutes. Yes, please. Yeah, true, sorry.
Don't worry. You said that you can choose which program language you can code on. And can you choose also for the mobile app Flutter for the mobile part and .NET Core for the backend?
If you are that experienced,
I'm not.
of course. But you can, of course, Cursor does everything you want. I would recommend writing it in the product requirement document, because then you just, actually he would suggest that even. He would say, I would use Flutter or X for the front end.
But if you have already a product you have 6 months already.
Yeah, that's the easiest part. You just load it in.
Okay.
Yeah, this is when you have already a project of the past where people were developing on, that makes so much more fun in Cursor, because you just open the project and then you let Cursor analyze the project, and then he should tell you what he exactly does to do the change you want to have. That is not an issue at all. That's, Cursor is made for that actually. And that's also a bit nicer, because then you have more context information to go along. Does that answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah.
Another question about the cursor, like, do you specify the model that it should use? Or
I always use the good question, very good question. There are different. How I specify the model, which model, there are different AI models which can program for us. I always use the default model, which is normally, where is it? Sonnet 4.5. Anthropic's model. This is, but only because I played around with all of them and I noticed, oh, I really like this Sonnet default model very well. What I can recommend is, when you work on the product requirement document, to switch the models also, like using a little bit ChatGPT, using a little bit Grok code, and let these different AI models optimize your document, your product requirement document. But the real coding, I noticed no differences. It was even counterproductive. By switching the model, the context is switched, and then it does a lot of bullshit at the beginning, and ChatGPT, until it did something proper, I just would have done the same with Sonnet. So for me, this Anthropic model worked perfect so far. I was really happy with it. But because I started a new project, he even used a default model. So I will go now to Sonnet. Now I changed the AI. And now I need to tell him, please look at the whole project and find out where my error could come from. Maybe this is also the reason why it is so shitty right now. But no. This is normal what happens here. That Cursor says, I fixed it for you, everything is perfect, and well, it's not perfect at all. This is just how you code with the AI. You need patience and energy and time and small features where you think, come on, this is such a small change, just do it, will somehow break something, and you need like 2 hours until this small feature is implemented. But this is normal. This is why we do vibe coding. We have patience, we have energy. We just go further and sit on the computer and continue until we are happy. We are the testers. of our junior who helps us, who is really helping us. What I noticed personally, that's a last glimpse, and then I think we are good. I really like this MCP calls which I was talking at the beginning, to connect Cursor to, for example, Jira. Jira is for coding, task management, and so on. I really like to connect Cursor to it because I can tell Cursor, please read this ticket, which I need to do, and then look at the code, and then fix it for me. But this is a very expert example where the person can find out by himself how to do it. What's maybe more interesting for everyone, I also connected it to my Google Calendar and to the web browser. So if we look at the MCP calls, which I currently have configured, there is a website crawler which crawls complete websites for information so that the AI can read it. It's open source. It's called Firecrawl. Then there is Brave Search, which is like a Google, but open source. Not open source, but is it open? Well, you can get the API key and use it. And then there's the Google Calendar, what I told you before. And now you can do some cool stuff. So for example, I'm still in my Cursor environment and I'm still in my project. And I can just say now something like, how does my calendar look like? What should I present today at the vibe coding, and how much time do I have to prepare? And now Cursor looks in my calendar and can read all my calendar entries and can decide what I best present to you. And actually I expect that Cursor tells me, are you crazy? The workshop started already an hour ago. You have no more time to do anything. So he's looking, he has now the calendar, he knows the current time, he lists all my calendars which are there, and he should find out that there is your calendar. You are already at the event. It started at 6. What to present? Well, what we built together. So he found out that I'm already at the event, when the event is, and what's the current time. But what's much more interesting is actually, Enrique or anyone, what exhibition is soon? What event is happening soon? Here in Berlin maybe, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. Who said something?
Joe Biden event.
Joe Biden event?
Yeah.
Okay, let's Google it. I want to see the agenda.
Job Biden. Job I-T-E-D. Yeah. I said Joe Biden.
Now I understand. Okay. 19.
It's already.
Yeah. I just want to find something with an agenda, to be honest. That's why.
Co-working Europe.
Yeah, actually, that's. Okay, yeah. Do I need to even go into detail? I know something. Dev Connect Argentina. Check the agenda of book. Which events should I visit? Because Cursor can access the browser, and not the web browser which I showed you before, but the Firecrawl to crawl complete websites. This is also good for documentations. It's just a site. I show you now a use case just to show, okay, what is the capability of Cursor, but accessing websites is in general really helpful for documentations, for GitHub repositories of other people, just so that Cursor understands how to use a certain tool, for example, when you want to tell him something, what you Googled or found out. So, did he found it? DevConnect Argentina, he found the dates, he found, I also didn't find the agenda there, to be honest. So he also didn't find one. Yeah, and we also don't need to go into detail, it's a little bit off topic, but I remembered I was on an event website which had so many side things, which was crazy. I didn't know what I should do there. And then I asked Cursor, please access the website, please check who am I based on my project, what I'm building on, and add everything to my calendar which would be interesting for me. And then automatically one event after another dropped into my calendar for the next 3 days. And what I really liked was, there was one calendar entry, it was saying like, you should go to this talk because it is held by the previous boss of your co-founder and maybe it's interesting to connect to him. Because Cursor understood from the context of the project who's my co-founder and found out that it is the same company which is presenting at the event. It felt like a personal assistant scheduling my calendar for me. That was just to show a little bit like what is when you go down the rabbit hole of MCP calls in any tool you like to use. More than enough. 1 hour is over. Any question following up? Or go for it. Start doing something. Start building. Start installing whatever tool you like to use, and just start writing a product requirement document, because as we started also, this document will make our life so much easier for the whole project. And I even use it when I make changes in projects. When I need to implement a new feature, I first write a product requirement document for the feature, and then I do the implementation. Cool. Then I think we are good, and we are anyway here. We can talk together with there's a question. Thank you. Yeah, I like it too.
Thank you.
Your question was really cool. Does it also work for the counter? That was really good one.
Yeah, I feel like I ruined it for you.
Nah, this is the reality. This is how. This is life, and it's always like that. He's so self-confident. It's so funny. Yeah, definitely some people.
Wait, which one was plugged in?
Yeah, it's working. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna turn the music a bit louder. Arikia is searching some nice background video to play. You can help yourself with the drinks and snacks over there. And also, either if you built something with bytecoding software before or you're building something now, feel free to later maybe showcase this to the others so people can get an impression of what's possible. Alex told me that he already talked to some of you that already built some nice stuff. Maybe you want to present some ideas later, but for now we're just gonna turn the music a bit louder and yeah. Alex is going around here, and if you need help with anything or have questions, I think he's happy to help you out with that, right?
Yeah, of course. And helping each other is also cool. So, and eating chips there is also very cool.
Yeah, and okay, so we have some free time to vibe code, and then later on, I will be getting some pizza for everyone.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
we'll
we
probably
stay
do
longer.
it. Yeah, so I think probably around like 7:38 I'll put the order in. Well, like 7:30 I'll put the order in. And then yeah, we'll have time at the end to share projects. Even even if something isn't finished, like you don't have to